All signs point to Mac Jones starting against the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday Night Football. Kyle Shanahan, in his Wednesday presser, was asked whether Mac Jones or Brock Purdy was ahead when it comes to recovery. And his response was that Mac Jones is further along in his recovery than Brock Purdy, which is essentially Kyle Shanahan saying that Mac Jones is probably going to start against the Atlanta Falcons. Now, the Falcons had a huge game this past week with Bijan Robinson running all over the opposing defense, which is going to be a problem for the 49ers, which means if the 49ers are going to be competitive, they're going to have to put up points. Right now, the 49ers rank 28th when it comes to red zone efficiency, meaning scoring touchdowns. That's why Eddie Pinheiro, that pickup, has been such a valuable pickup because the 49ers aren't scoring touchdowns. They are relying on those field goals. In fact, if they score touchdowns, they may have been a little bit more competitive against the Bucs. Now, Mac Jones starting against the Falcons is probably the best thing. If you believe that Brock Purdy gives you the best opportunity to win and be competitive and make it to the playoffs, you want him 100% healthy. You don't want to rush him back and have him re-injure that toe again. This goes back to what I said earlier in the season. He should have gone on the short-term IR, which would have been 4 weeks, instead of sitting 2 weeks watching Mac Jones win and try to rush back and then being able or missing more games than he needed to miss. And so Mac Jones starting now is the best thing. He's going to have George Kittle potentially. George Kittle is still easing his way back, but all signs point to him starting this week. Kendrick Bourne is doing well. Ricky Pearsall is still, my guess is he doesn't play. Based off of the news we heard from Kyle Shanahan, it's not as fast as they had hoped, but he's not behind schedule either. My guess is he doesn't play this week. So you're going to have a combination of Ricky Pearsall, potentially Jordan Watkins is going to be out there. Demarcus Robinson's going to have another week under his belt. He still has some rust from that suspension. So I think seeing Mac Jones perform with a couple of more playmakers could bode really well for Mac Jones, and we can get a little bit better glimpse on what he can do with the weapons that Brock Purdy already plays with. Now, again, Mac Jones isn't going to have Pearsall. He's not going to have Brandon Ayuk, but he will have a couple more weapons this week if he does in fact start. And so Mac Jones, hopefully you continue to heal up. I know there was towards the end of the game, you had a little bit of an awkward fall, but you're still recovering from that PCL, still recovering from the oblique, but injuries are a part of the game. Kyle Shanahan, when he started off with the presser, he probably had a list of about 20 to 25 names of players battling injuries. Juwan Jennings, we'll see what he's going to do. He talked about having to play through 5 broken ribs. My guess is he does play. He wants to get a payout this next offseason, so he's going to do everything he can to do that. But Mac Jones slated to start on Sunday Night Football for the 49ers. Let's get a W.